All right. I'm going to just jump right into this video, right? So much to talk about. So much is on the table. Y'all already knew the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Are you not entertained? I'm not entertained anymore. I'm actually aggravated at the ignorance and the level of ignorance. Not just the level of ignorance, but the level of... You ever felt like somebody thought you was stupid and they trying to play with you like you're stupid? Well, lately that's how I've been feeling with this Biden administration and some of these paid activists. Shall we begin? So now, Mysonne said, serious question. What has Candace Owens ever done for black people? What has she contributed to the black plight that gives her opinion any validity in our culture? First and foremost, what culture? Hip-hop is dead. The music industry is over. Haven't you heard how everybody is being laid off and fired? There's no more money there. What culture? Because the DJs, just like you paid activists, was charging rappers to play their music on the radio. Hip-hop is dead. So we're going to get out of there. Outside of hip-hop, there is no culture in the black community. Let's not play dumb. That's for one. For two, how do you go out and tell the world, right? The world, which includes Candace Owens, that everybody needs to get out and vote, right? Everybody, that includes her. She has a major platform that's bigger than yours, right? So she uses her platform, her influence that she built. She built her own empire, whether you like it or not. Mysonne, lefty, gun up in the right palm. Paid activists. She built her own platform to give herself the right to be able to be an influencer or to influence the people that's part of her movement. What gives you the right, Mysonne, to actually try to convince her followers not to follow her? They don't rock with you. The people that did believe in you, like how you just asked me on your post, what have I done? I've raised foster children with my poor self. I've raised foster children. I've actually been out there on the front line protesting with you, remember? Deborah, Dana, the elderly woman that was gunned down by the police. Remember, I was out there outside the precinct with you when you told me you was going to help me with my fight, but this is not about that. We're not going to get into that. What we're going to get into the fact that is that now that it's all the way out in the open, we knew during the marches, y'all was getting paid off of the dead bodies that the police was dropping. That's why y'all was out there marching, right? We know that now that in today's time that we're living in, that it is out and that Beyonce and other celebrities was paid off, allegedly, by the Biden administration to get Kamala Harris in office. So it wasn't about what Kamala Harris was doing for the people. It wasn't even really about my body, my choice, which you, Mysonne, you was part of my body, my choice, which means that under that umbrella, under Satan's umbrella, you was okay with little boys and little girls using the same bathroom. Mysonne, you and Tamika Mallory and your Until Freedom program was also down with taxpayers funding, paying for little boys that's confused to go to a doctor and get himself mutilated, doing sex changes. You was down with that, Mysonne. So what gives you the right to speak on Candace Owens or anything else anymore when we, the people, don't believe in you? See, the reality of it is, Mysonne, most black men like myself, We can't afford to be getting on airplanes going from state to state when we got wives and kids at home ourselves. And half the community barely even have a job. So we understand even when you was riding around on planes, jumping from state to state, that there was a budget paying for your hotels, paying for your food, paying for your clothes, paying for your protests, paying for your bells when you got locked up with the staged arrest. We figured this out. And now the people that used to believe in you and other celebrities, we don't believe in y'all no more. But see, the crazy part about it is, it's this thing called social media, right? It's this crazy thing called social media that started giving people like me and Candace Owens a voice, where we started building our own audiences. And now for some strange reason, we the people, we don't watch the news anymore. We don't trust the news because of what they're showing on the news, because, you know, the media is also a weapon used against black celebrities like your boy Diddy, right? The Diddler. So now, Diddy, well, we see what the media does when you cross certain lines. We watching. We seeing what the media does to Diddy. So the people, like we the people, we became our own media. So when you got influencers like Hassan Campbell, yeah, the social media thing, it backfired. It backfired on the powers to be, because I don't think they foresaw the fact that some of us influencers would, it's even two things. It's even two things with me, because I'm a little in between, where they didn't think that our influence would be more powerful than their celebrities, than their puppets, like you might, than their puppets. Or two, because my mind, you got to play chess. You got to look at the opposite side. It's like the like, share, and subscribe, right? Everything's digital. When you hit that like button, everything's digital. When you hit that share button, you are creating a mindset in a specific following that likes, shares, and subscribes your things, right? And see, in times like this, when you on a break of World War III, that comes in handy. You know, like I was listening to Candace Owens break down how you got intelligence from overseas that has a watch list of American citizens that they feel like is a threat to the establishment, because we are using our voice against this war that Kamala Harris and the Biden administration is trying everything in their power to push. And you, Mysonne, being an activist, right? Or better yet, we're not even going to say you were an activist. You was once a fed up rapper. Sort of like a revolutionary, right? Am I right? And somewhere down the line, you being a street dude, a POW, a prisoner of war, an inmate on Rikers Island turned prisoner that was wrongfully convicted. Now you're running with the district attorney / vice president. We, the streets, we, the people from the streets, we've never seen anything like that before. An inmate, a prisoner, run with a district attorney that used her influence over the police for mass incarceration over your people. And now you running with that. And the same district attorney turned vice president using her influence or using her power to have celebrities influence the people to vote for her, when she got some of the most wickedest policies I've ever seen in my life. And here's the thing, right, Mysonne, and to all you other people out there, I use Mike Tyson for an example, right? I was listening to how somebody was breaking down how Mike Tyson went from almost $600 million. He was close to a billionaire. Reduced to being broke. A few times. He went from hundreds of millions of dollars to being broke. And my whole thing is like this, right? And I'm just using Mysonne right now for an example. I could get to the rest of these celebrities too, like Oprah, like Jay-Z, like Beyonce. Like Beyonce. You want to know what Candace Owens is doing? Somebody that don't have nowhere near the money. Nowhere near the money as Beyonce and Jay-Z. And see, Mysonne, it's to the point to where that what you got to understand is we not falling for the banana in the tailpipe no more. We don't want no more book bags. We don't want no more book bags. We don't want no more turkeys. We don't want no more coat drives. We don't want that. We don't need that. What we need is hospitals. What we need is factories. What we need is a board of education that belongs to us. Because you can't let the colonizer, the conqueror, the crusader educate you. You have to educate yourself so you can rise above. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't want to go to school and sit in dark classrooms and feel like we just can't wait to get out of the building. Meanwhile, there's a building somewhere with Elon Musk running the building, and the people that work for him are building cyborgs, robots, advanced in technology. Meanwhile, in our classroom, with our kids getting no sun throughout the whole day, we being labeled as ADHD. Most of us dropping out because we can't even staying in there. You can't even pay attention. You can't function. But that's a whole nother story. So back to what I'm saying. Now, we don't want no more coat drives. We don't want no more turkeys. We don't want no more handouts. We want to see results. Results mean our own banks. Results mean our own factories, our own hospitals, our own schools. If we can't have that, buildings, landmarks that belong to us, we don't want Jay-Z's library that he have out there in Brooklyn for rap. We do not want Africa Bambaataa Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx. We don't want that. Evil is the foundation that runs those buildings. We don't want it. And the crazy part about it is, in the days and times that we living in right now, the days and times that we are living in right now, it's crazy because it's crazy how I just lost my train of thought. At the end of the day, I watch so many people make the Mike Tyson fight one of the wackest fights in history, the most fake stages fight in history, go viral. And during that fight, the Biden administration gave permission for Ukraine to use missiles, knowing that that's owned by America, knowing that those missiles, if those missiles is launched, that it's going to spark World War III. Now, I'm just trying to figure out what part of Vladimir Putin saying that he's going to use his nukes, what part of that we the people don't understand, that if he decide to use those nukes and they land anywhere in America, life as we know it is over? Shouldn't this be the conversation that we having, Mysonne? Because I know that that's the conversation that pardon me. I'm sorry, Candace. I know that's the conversation that Candace Owens is having. So you trying to convince us not to listen to the truth? Because when it boils down to it, Mysonne, I'd rather have the ugly truth from Candace Owens than a beautiful lie from you and the rest of your politicians that you run with, Mr. Paid Activist. That's my take on the situation. You can't tell everybody that they must go out and vote. And then when they go out and vote or use their platform to bring awareness to what's going on in our country, you tell them that they don't have a right to. You a little nigga to Candace Owens. I think that gives her more right than you. And the fact that everything that you did, that you thought will make you the next Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, once the people realized that you was on the government's payroll, we don't believe in you no more. And it doesn't feel good to say this because some of us love you, my brother. But it is what it is. We living in a day and a time where we know that we can't trust celebrities. And you run with the celebrities. You became one. We can't trust y'all. Y'all on the payroll. How Michael Jackson said, all I really want to say is they don't really care about us. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. I'm out.